Wow! A Jackass movie with an actual plot. That's something you don't see every day. Hey everyone, it's Movie Lover 120 here, and I'm here with a brand new movie review, and this movie review is going to be for the fourth installment in this franchise, and so far the final one until the new one comes out the next Friday. And this review is going to be for none other than, of course, the fourth Jackass movie, and that is, of course, Jackass Presents Bad Grandpa. Yeah. Which is technically the fourth installment of the series and a spin-off to the franchise. And it's actually the first one to actually have first film in the series to have somewhat of a plot and not just be a 90-minute episode. And have a story to tell, with all the similar Jackass stunts in it. So anyway, what is the plot of this one? Well, the plot they came up with: 86-year-old Irvin Zisman is on a journey across America with the most unlikely companion, his 8-year-old grandson Billy. In Jackass Presents Bad Grandpa, Jackass characters Irvin Zisman and Billy will take movie audiences for the most insane hidden camera road trip ever captured on camera. Along the way, Irvin introduces the unimpressionable Billy to people, places, and situations that give new meaning to the term child reading. The duo encounter male strippers, disgruntled child beauty pageant contestants, funeral home mourners, biker bar patrons, and a whole lot of unsuspecting citizens. Real people in unreal situations, making for one really messed up comedy. Yeah. So like I said, the first Jackass movie to have a plot. This was actually kind of, believe it or not guys, this was the first Jackass related thing I ever saw. Back in high school around 10th grade. But before I get into that stuff, let's get on with the plot of this. Well, in March 2012, Johnny Knoxville discussed the possibility of a fourth Jackass, which, of course, that fourth Jackass technically would be the one that's going to be coming out next week, saying that they'd be keeping their mind open, and he had 50 to 60 ideas on top of all the stuff that they never got to shoot. Then in June 2012, it was reported that Paramount registered several domains for a film that would be called Jackass 4 Bad Grandpa. And during Bam Margera's September 2012 interview on the Howard Stern show about Jackass, he said that there would be a whole movie about Knoxville's grandpa character from the franchise. You know, the one that often appears during his skits in the series and gets himself in trouble or nearly injured. Yeah, that character. So, the film was officially announced on July 17th, 2013, just 3 months before its release date, and released in theaters on October 25th, 2013. When it came out, it was mixed received by critics and Jackass fans. In fact, some Jackass fans often consider this the weakest of the films, which I would disagree with. And that is because I actually find this my second favorite Jackass film, and that's because this one has a story this time, unlike its predecessors, which is nice and refreshing. In fact, one of the characters who stood up from the sketchline in Jackass films most memorably was the Bad Grandpa. This outrage, who was often known for being the outrageously mischievous old duffer whose very presence was so absurd as to crack you up. It really struck as a really great idea to give him his own feature-length film, even if the pressure was on to keep the laugh quotient up and not let the formula wear itself out. This film version doesn't fall on either count. The full-blooded assault on the senses and throw and taste decency and any sort of political correctness to the dogs. Though China and I love the reaction from the regular folks. The reactions from the regular folks are priceless. This is one gut-busting laughs and one part seats squirming uncomfortableness. The gags mostly work in one in one or the other way, or best of all, both ways. The stunts are a little bit over the top, and the ones you expect big laughs from are a little overdrawn, but it's the small stunts when Irvin is talking to the general public that are genuinely funny. The bingo hall scene is laugh out loud funny, and the best scene, which, while concludes the main narrative, set in the biker's bar, is wickedly delicious. And I think my favorite moments of the film are probably the whole scene where Irvin goes to the strip club, or when Irvin gets his thing stuck in the vending machine at the beginning of the film. I can also think of. There's also a scene where Irvin and Billy crash this sneak into this wedding because he's hungry, and basically Irvin creates this distraction, well, so that Billy can kind of get into the wedding cake, and grabs one of this champagne glass, and all the other champagne glasses fall and break onto the floor, and then Irvin falls right onto the table, and yeah, and Billy takes the smash cake and starts eating it, and let's also not forget the whole beauty pageant thing at the end, where Billy's now disguised as a performer that got enrolled because of her grandpa, and starts doing this cherry pie dance, and that did kind of give me Little Miss Sunshine vibes, except it's a little more different this time because it's actually a boy in disguise this time. So for that one, but yeah, well, so if I had a bad quality for this one, well, I think the bad quality is that the stunts are just okay. Really, there's not really too much enjoyable stunts in this one. It's kind of a downgrade, but I did like that this was the first Jackass movie to actually be focused on a plot this time and not just a 90-minute episode, which was very nice. And it was a good way after the whole weak or just average Jackass 3D in kind of a way. But and also I really like the chemistry with Irvin Zisman and Billy. I think their chemistry is really good, but overall, guys, it's not just an out-and-out comedy. It's a clever exploitation movie, a damaging social commentary on the state of the social climate. Like during that era the movie came out. If you can say it's disgusting, cringeworthy, and will make you want to look away, but in the end, it's still funny because it's like every other Jackass-related thing. I laughed more in this 90 minutes than I did in the last 20 comedy films that came out around the 2010s decade. So, my recommendation is overall, if you want to see a Jackass movie that finally has a plot and see a mascot character in the series get their very own film for the first time, then I would give this a watch if you are a Jackass fan because it pays off well in the end. Anyway, that's my review for Bad Grandpa, and here's how I'm going to rank this installment in the Jackass franchise.
I am going to give Bad Grandpa a 9 out of 10.
Alright, and with that, until Jackass Forever, we are done talking about Jackass movies. Just was good to kind of talk about these 4 movies, but now that that's over, we can finally get on with my Batman reviews. Because I'll be watching Batman 1989 tonight. Although tomorrow, I just finished watching Leatherface Texas Chainsaw 3, so I'll review Texas Chainsaw 3 tomorrow, and I'll be reviewing Batman Monday. Because I'll be actually doing 2 Batman movies a week, and 2 Texas Chainsaw movies a week to kind of balance this one out. Although Texas Chainsaw is going to be finished the quickest, because I only have to talk about 4 of those sequels, and they're the shitty ones. While with Batman, I have to talk about like 8 of those, because I'm only doing the Michael Keaton films, the Joel Schumacher films, the Christopher Nolan trilogy, and Batman vs. Superman Dawn Justice, the Ultimate Edition. So yeah. But the Ultimate Edition review will be very similar to my Live Free or Die Hard Unrated review. Alright, but until then, yeah, that'll be it for this video. Thank y'all for watching, and if you like this and want to see more, then don't forget to like, subscribe to Movie Lover 120.